Bien le bonjour, je vous retrouve pour cet épisode 11 de notre let's play sur VAMPYR. On est toujours dans les quartiers de Whitechapel et on est à côté de l'église. Et je voulais justement aller parler à ce monsieur qui traîne dans un coin.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest, although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town. My words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
J'avoue que
May I
rien de
ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
C'est-à-dire que je peux te
If
croquer?
some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Huh?
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Ouais, non, bizarre quand même.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about
chose.
Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives, how she survives, whom she may know.
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
C'est vraiment le cul.
I'll leave you alone.
Il y a de la chance que j'ai pas envie de croquer parce que sinon, hein, c'est bien placé. Oui, oui, oui. Ah. Mais c'est quoi ça? Je vais dire une queue de baleine. Oh là là. J'ai crevé. Cool. Petit raccourci, c'est quoi ça? Oh, je peux la ramasser? Un petit bouquet de fleurs dans lequel est caché un bon pour un examen médical gratuit. C'est quoi ça? Non. Bonne journée. Alors. Qui? On s'est quitté, c'est toi qui as
Good
m'aidé?
evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Ah,
I
c'est
know
elle qui
what
sait
you're
pas parler.
thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye then.
C'était en tout cas très intéressant. Très instructif. Un rhume. D'accord. J'ai une recette plutôt. Ah oui, tout seul sans fatigue. T'es fatigué aussi. J'ai pas envie d'aller là-bas exprès. Toc, je me pousse. Ça touche. Je vais essayer d'aller au refuge et d'aller là-bas. Pas d'aller au refuge. Tire. Après, j'ai l'impression que j'ai parlé à tellement de gens. T'es qui? Ah ben voilà, parfait. Bonjour.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
C'est assez logique. Mais en même temps.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
De chaud.
Farewell.
It's locked, all right.
Alright. Ah, t'es fatigué. Attends.
Good evening, Doctor.
Toi, t'as l'air d'être
Can
un
I
gars
help
bien.
you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor.
If you persist in investigating...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Bon, maintenant, il m'en faudra. Oh là là. T'es qui, toi?
Don't be
m'entend.
shy, handsome.
Ah, en plus, j'allais le
What
dire.
can Christina do for you?
Tu fais le
I'm
tapin,
not
c'est
looking
pour
for what
déconner.
you're selling.
Mais voilà.
But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Ok.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes.
Are you joking with me?
I have no interest in your work.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Ah. Pourquoi tu me parles alors?
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Ah, tu es fatigué aussi.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skeptic?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about?
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came
Ah,
from
j'avais
Romania
raison,
like me
elle est
and many
roumaine.
others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea
Yes.
helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Oh, mais est-ce que j'ai vraiment envie de ça?
Goodbye.
Je veux
nurse.
d'abord voir si j'ai assez de médocs.
Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ah, après, il faut que je trouve les gens, c'est chiant. En vrai. Oh, mais ils sont tous malades. Une là. Pour l'instant. Bah écoute, madame, on verra. J'ai assez. Parfait.
Hello, young man.
Oh! Mon dieu,
I'm
je pensais
Dr.
pas
Reed,
avoir.
and I would like to
Pardon.
ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Je peux faire
Your
ça.
father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
C'est horrible. Je te vole, hein, tu m'en veux pas. Le pauvre gars, il dit rien. C'est horrible. Je te pars.
So, may I ask?
I'm not bothered.
Pas obligé d'arranger alors.
How do you feel?
I'm fine.
Speaking.
My father is an idiot who makes idiot.
Je sais pas qui
Forgive
c'est,
my
Petterson.
bluntness, young man.
Why should I?
I'm sure your father did his best when he...
That's exactly what my father says.
If life here is so...
I don't go outside.
So that's why you stay at home all day?
I'm not afraid of disease or
T'es fatigué aussi? Non, mais arrêtez d'être tous fatigués là. Moi je peux
Your
pas,
father
je
and
peux pas
Mr.
tout faire.
Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember.
Have you tried...
I don't go out often, but yes.
But you are not...
Am I not?
Do you know...
Yes.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Oh, je suis désolée, je commence.
Is there only
Il y a
pain
trop de
and
choses.
suffering in this world?
Je te le dis chez toi, je suis désolée, chouchou. I need d'ammonie aussi. Et j'ai surtout besoin de choses si tu veux que je te soigne.
It's locked.
Passer par là. Hop. Oh, une lettre de refus. Mince. Cher monsieur Petterson, il est de mon devoir de vous informer que votre candidature pour un poste au doc a été refusée. Je tiens à vous remercier d'avoir pris le temps de nous rendre visite pour nous expliquer la difficulté de votre situation entre la perte de votre femme et votre fils malade. Je dois m'en tenir aux règles de notre entreprise qui interdisent formellement d'employer d'anciens détenus ou criminels. Vos liens malencontreux avec les tristement célèbres boîte boys nous ont été rapportés. Les temps sont durs, comme vous le savez, et Finch et Harper comptent bien d'abord récompenser par un emploi les candidats dont la réputation est sans tache. Sachez que vous avez toute ma compassion et puisse Dieu être avec vous dans votre vie. Cordialement, R.D. Harper. Les chasseurs de vampires professionnels. Si jamais vous soupçonnez quelqu'un d'être un vampire, n'essayez pas de le tuer vous-même. Vous n'avez aucune chance. Contactez-moi plutôt ou essayez de le signaler à un tueur de vampires professionnel. Ces hommes et ces femmes se font rares, mais ils savent quoi faire contre les créatures maléfiques. Il semblerait même que certains d'entre eux travaillent ensemble sous le nom de garde de Priwen, une organisation paramilitaire qui se consacre à l'éradication des vampires de l'eau. Ce sont vos amis. Vous n'êtes pas seuls. Il existe des solutions. Agissez intelligemment. Faites passer le message. Clarence Crossley. Ok, Madame Clark. Bah écoute, petit gars, si j'ai assez de médocs, je viendrai te soigner.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Je t'écoute même pas, je t'écoute. Alors, est-ce que c'est là que je dois aller? Purée, je comprends pas pourquoi ma manette elle va tirer. It's alive! Je peux d'abord aller chercher ce que eux ils veulent là, c'est une petite seconde. Ça dépend quel niveau ils sont. À niveau 11. Ok, d'abord. Cool, ça c'est pratique. Ah mais le gaz en fait. Ah mais c'est quoi cette merde que tu utilises mec? Ah il peut pas parler lui. Aïe. Ah, quoi ce truc qui pue là? Ah ouais. Merci. Ah mince, j'avais pas vu qu'il était. Oh, ça va se. Je dis ça, mais dans 2 secondes, je crois. Super sympa. On s'amuse ici. Voilà, c'est ce que je disais. C'est rigolade. plus vous donner. C'est elle semble trop belle cette photo. Pas que j'aille. Ah. Bon, c'est déjà quoi ma tête? Récupérer la boîte. Je pense qu'il va falloir que je... Hello. Laisse-moi s'il vous plaît. Oh. Merde, j'étais trop... Pardon, je suis... Mais allez. Cool. Il y a tellement d'endroits. Attends. Je ne sais plus où donner de la tête. Beaucoup trop de choses. Trop de gens aussi à qui parler. La vilaine baille. Yes. Du coup mes attaques de sang là, elles sont super mal. Je suis trop. Je profite hein, pour une fois que je fais des choses. Presque style, je dirais. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Des bêtes enragées. Ah, hache. Une hachette, pardon. Je commençais par aller tout en haut et après je descends.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside.
Where's the letter? Barett, il n'y a aucune bonne manière de dire ce que j'ai à te dire, alors je ne peux pas y aller par 4 chemins. Nous ne pouvons plus continuer ainsi. Du moins, je ne peux plus continuer. Si jamais Joe apprend ce que nous, sa femme et son meilleur ami avons fait, il sera complètement dévasté. Et ensuite, il te tuera. Nous avons passé du bon temps ensemble, mais il faut se rendre à l'évidence. Je ne serai jamais ta Jane. Tu le sais tout comme moi. Je dois donc mettre fin à notre relation. Si tu acceptes ma décision, je suis certaine qu'un jour nous trouverons un moyen d'être à nouveau heureux, Joe, toi et moi. Et ce jour-là, la chose la plus importante de notre histoire aura été préservée. D'ici là, j'espère que tu sauras pardonner. Adieu pour quelque temps, Jane Petterson. Il y a trop de gens. Je ne sais plus qui est qui. Ah, ça doit être la femme de elle. Il y avait une relation avec lui. Je pense. Oh, c'est chaud. Chaud.
A love letter from Joe Petterson's wife addressed to Barett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Oh. À personne. Oh là là. Okay. Oh mince. Ow. Si j'ai pas envie de la donner du tout la lettre, je peux faire ça. J'ai pas envie qu'ils s'entretuent. Ah, parce qu'on a dit... Alors attends. C'est genre la femme de lui qui a écrit à lui. Je crois que c'est ça. Mais lui, on sait qu'il a une femme. Oh. Choix tout bruit à faire. Genre. Que je me suis perdue. Je crois bien que oui. Ah. Si. Je peux le donner. Ça. Oh. Je pense que je la donne lui comme ça. Oh non! Non, 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 parce que du coup il sera au courant. Donc il faut que je la donne à lui pour que ça reste secret. On est d'accord? Ou on n'est pas d'accord? Attendez, je vais là. Je veux pas briser. Barett. Ouais, c'est Jen qui écrit. Ouais. Ouais, je vais la donner à lui pour éviter que l'autre qu'il se fasse.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... I found this box.
Let's have a look.
I suppose...
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be...
About this package. It's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your...
Ouais, j'ai bien fait, je pense.
Barett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Do you mean... you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Ouais, mais je pense que c'est mes
Joe
connaissances. Non, il l'aurait
Petterson.
buté.
He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Petterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Je veux dire, je pense que c'est mieux du coup, vraiment que je lui donne à lui. Surtout si la femme est morte, pour que son mari garde genre
And
une
no
bonne
one has
image
ever
de sa
stood
femme.
up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to
Truc comme
stand
ça.
against a wet boot boy.
What do you know of Harry Petterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
But despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Ouais, j'ai quand même allé le soigner, lui, c'est un gosse.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So,
I'm not bothered.
would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Do you remember when Barett Lewis...
Not really. I was too...
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile.
Oh.
It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Des choses. Ah. Je retrouve son... Ma planque d'Elo, ma planque, c'est là-haut. Enfin, ma planque. Non, dès qu'il faut pas que je dorme, je vais refaire des médicaments. Si jamais c'est... Il y en a un qui avait le rhume. Je l'ai déjà soigné. Ah, rhume. Il est bizarre. Est-ce qu'on le soigne? Ouais. On va aller le soigner. Ah, mais cette lumière, elle est pas dessus. Mal à la tête. Alors... Ah.
You again?
You again. Oh.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else. Whatever he may think.
Ça a l'air d'être un bon gars à part ça,
Our house is small but affordable.
malgré tout.
The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Petterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Goodbye, Mr. Petterson.
Goodbye. Juste aller soigner l'autre là. C'est
Pay me a
bizarre.
glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll...
Alors, c'est pas toi. Où ça? Mince. Il était là, non? Ah non, il était vers des tours. Ouais. Je pourrais te bouffer, tu pourrais même pas gueuler. C'est horrible ce que je fais. Toi, viens là.
Good evening. And good evening. Do you need medic...
Hop,
I understand nutrition.
allez,
I'll leave you alone.
ça part. Si. Ciao. Maintenant, on va soigner la pute, là. Je passe. Il est où? Hello,
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind.
Christine.
Do you need any I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, miss.
Bien. Je vais mettre devant la porte où on est censé aller. Ce sera notre dernière action pour cet épisode. Voilà. Et on va enfin, j'espère, découvrir des choses par rapport à ce chantage. Mais d'ici là, moi, je vous dis ciao ciao.